Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How y'all doing today? It's Antonio with another episode of Thus said the Lord unto me, so such as I have, give I unto thee. What up, y'all? This is the day the Lord had made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. That is my declaration for today. I gotta admit, there's another one. I'm adding. It won't be my daily, but it is what it is. And I mean, this is just me sharing me. It is well with my soul. It's decreeing and declaring it is well with my soul. We all know the most famous scripture, 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Stop. I quit. That's it. That's all. That's it. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And everything else. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness. All these places, all these things he's doing. First, we got to come to that first point. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd, so therefore he will provide all of my needs. All of my needs. He's my shepherd. I told y'all I like to sometimes think as I did when I was a child. And when I say this, I don't mean that in a way, for there to be the rebuttal of, put away childish things. When I was a child, I thought as a child, I spake as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. This ain't that. Hold that for later. Hold that for somebody else. This right here is me thinking back when I was a child, and one of the favorite things I used to do is I used to go to Brookfield Zoo, right? And this is Chicago, didn't know. And I think I mentioned it in one of my videos. That was like, that's where it went down. That was like the all-time, for me, when my parents took us up to, when we went downtown, when we went to the city, I'm originally from Chicago. I was raised down south. I was raised in Tennessee, but I'm originally from Chicago. And, we go up to the city, there was a lot of different things that I loved to do as a child, and the zoo was one of them. But it was one of those things where you at the zoo, you think of the things that zookeepers do, because at that time, that's how my mind thought. That's how a child, you analyze things. You look at things and you question it, and then you look for the answers for it. So, me being a child, that's what I did. And I see the zookeepers come in and they clean up the pens, clean up after the animals, feeding them, and like, how close are you gonna get to the lion? how far are you gonna get into the enclosure? And it was always interesting to me. I thought that when I was gonna grow up, I was gonna be a zookeeper because I liked animals. And I just always have, I've always been an animal lover type of person. Not to where I'm, them type of people that like to kiss their dog in the mouth and they sleep in the bed with them and stuff like that. No, not that kind of love. And to each his own. Hey, poopy doopy, that's on you. That's how your relationship. It ain't none of my business. I'm over here, but I'm just saying, for me, that was, I'm an animal lover. All right, but I know that it is in that the caring of the sheep, and because of that, it drew me to understanding the shepherd. It drew me to understanding, the natural shepherd, reflecting the spiritual one. the natural shepherd taking time with each and every one of the sheep. Watching them play as sheep would. Because sheep are kind of like, they're playful like children. A little bit like puppies, but not so, not like that. Oh no, it's about the same. I guess it's about the same. But to know that, he cares for them as little children. He cares for them. And, we understand that there's a process in it later on. Most of the time it was for their wool and the things that they provided. But it wasn't just so much so for the meat. And when the Lord required a sacrifice, it was the best. I didn't mean to get into all of that. That's just where that went. Where I was trying to go was, it was the point that when the shepherd is present, the sheep has no wants. They have no lack. They have everything they need. If they cry out, he will do whatever it is necessary for the sheep. And that's where my head has been today. It has been in this place of, bad. I cry out before him. And it's not. I'm not in no. I'm not in a mood. It's just moments that you have those moments where you cry out to the Father, knowing that he hears the subtle whimpers, the things that you don't speak, the things that you can't even articulate words to produce, that the Spirit maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. But today is a little different because I wanted to share this passage. It's because this is what's been on my mind, and whoever it's for, I guess it was necessary to give. So this is John 1:43, and it reads as follows: The day following Jesus would go forth unto Galilee, and findeth Philip, and saith unto him, Follow me. Now Philip was with Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. Philip findeth Nathanael, and saith unto him, We have found him, of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. And Nathanael said unto him, Can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Philip said unto him, Come and see. Jesus saw Nathanael coming to him, and saith of him, Behold, an Israelite, indeed, in whom is no guile. Nathanael saith unto him, Whence knowest thou me? Jesus answered and said unto him, Before that Philip called thee, when thou was under the fig tree, I saw thee. Nathanael answered and said unto him, Rabbi, thou art the Son of God, thou art the King of Israel. Jesus answered and said unto him, Because I said unto thee, I saw thee under the fig tree, believest thou? Thou shalt see greater things than these. And he said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto you, hereafter ye shall see heavens open, and the angels of God ascending and descending upon the Son of Man. Amen. Let's rewind. First off, take Philip. I'm almost gonna point out the fact that Philip, his name means lover of horses. Lover of horses. Which, if you ever notice, Philip is always running somebody down. It's just, I don't know, stuff like that just jump off the page for me. But what I want to point at is that Nathaniel didn't really, it wasn't really a knock to Jesus. It was really a point to say, that's the slum. I know what you're talking about. So you telling me the Son of God came from the slum? Can anything come out the slum? You know? And that was an inside joke. It's a reminder. It's almost like, to me, it reminded me of when Sarah laughed within herself, saying, how did it go? I don't want to misquote it. But she laughed within herself, thus giving the name of Isaac, meaning laughter. But it was in that laugh, and the angel corrected her. It was like, he checked her in a sense. But it was in that. It's like I heard that inner, I heard you. I know you told him that. I was there. I saw you when you was under the fig tree. I know where you are every moment you're there. I know where you are in every moment. This is interesting to me because he's mindful of us. He's mindful of his sheep. Now the words say, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. That is because there's the intimacy between the sheep and the shepherd. I am constantly in relationship with the shepherd. But this instance is interesting because he was sheep that didn't know the shepherd, but yet the shepherd knew him. The shepherd still knew him. And yeah. He's like, and then Jesus flexed on him and said, if you think that's something, you're going to see angels ascending and descending upon the Son of Man, upon him, coming to him, vice versa, ascending and descending. But that's it. That's all I really had. It was just the point of, again, the Lord will provide all of my needs according to his riches and glory. The Lord knows the way that I take, and after I'm tried, I will come forth as pure gold. All of these things to remind us he sees us. He knows us. He knows our inner thoughts. Has he not said it? Shall he not do it? And on that note, I love y'all with the love of Christ. It's Friday. We're coming back down. Well, for some of y'all done. It's over. And for me, I got one more day to get it in. A half day. Quarter of a day. I'm gonna shorten the day. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I'll probably check in again tomorrow. I love y'all with the love of Christ. I hope that all is well. I hope that it is well with your soul. As I have reiterated, love is patient, love is kind, love is long-suffering. It really is. It's long suffering. There's some patience in that. But love your neighbor. Love your neighbor. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them that despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. And if y'all been rocking with me for a minute, then you already know what it is. It is what it is. So, like I said, until next time, I love y'all with the love of Christ. Love somebody today. Love somebody today.